Here we are in beautiful Fountain Valley, California. Not too far from the beach. We've got a Tiffin Allegro Red 340. 340 refers to the size of the engine, I do believe. I think the red is kind of their cheaper model. On the Allegro, you've got the Allegro bus with the two the tag axle. You got DEF fluid, electrical hookups. Storage probably hasn't changed a ton. Got the hot water, the tank flush, all things tank. Storage space hasn't changed a ton. You've got the chassis there. Pushes through. This is kind of in the way, depending on what you're trying to store in here, but that's neither here nor there. Again, that second compartment, and then the house batteries. So there's a considerable amount of storage. Could you keep a house worth? Well, probably not in any RV. Those main compartments do a decent job. One thing I thought was interesting is it can ride really high. Like this thing, you can see the chassis and the frame just standing out here. And so, I mean, you're definitely not gonna bottom out. Kind of getting under here. Like, look, this is all well above. I kind of like it. V-Ride. That's what it's called. Let's check out the other side. So Thor bought Tiffin in the pandemic. Thor owns about 50% of the industry anyway. It's kind of not surprising, like a serious downturn like that, a smaller company like Tiffin was going to be vulnerable. The owner, Bob, is getting older. There's some word that his kids maybe weren't as service oriented as he was. So depending on how he's feeling about his kids and all the things, there are a lot of reasons to sell. Most of them would be financial. Thor owns 50% of the industry. An obvious choice. For Winnebago, just buying Newmar. Yeah, it definitely makes sense, right? That's all dust. The second storage, did that too many times. That's your backside of your tanks. Are the chassis batteries and more electrical and storage. So it's pretty. They've been making. I'd never driven a red. The guy said that they'd been making it like 20 years. Yeah, this isn't rocket science necessarily. You know what you're looking at. I don't use this stuff. So honestly, I mean, I know about the batteries, but if you want like very specific details about storage space, whatnot, like I can show it to you. But how big is it exactly? That's a good question. Get the outlets, the floor pieces. this or that. Now, Thor. It's all pretty mains. It's the back of the fridge? Yeah. Everything's name brand, LG. You get the USB ports up here, the speaker system. The awning pops out over this. Tailgate ready, baby. For those Crimson Tide fans, Tiffin is made in Alabama. Is this leather? Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. It feels like it. I can't tell. Usually I can. Sometimes with like the thickness. Yeah, but I have no idea. And I will ask if they're gonna pop this out, but nothing major. I think, of course, I haven't driven the Red before. Tiffin always has a TV right here. This is Thor's layout, as far as I'm concerned. The bed pops down. Tiffin also doesn't have beds popping down. Thor, as far as I'm aware. The cabinetry doesn't appear to have taken a step down in quality. The flooring, maybe. But again, it's a Red, so it's... My tendency is to blame everything on Thor. That's not fair. So I don't know why. Yeah, the cabinet, like it's pretty. There's certainly, like, this isn't outside of Tiffin's habits. This kind of wood, it's about the same quality. Certainly there are layouts and color schemes that Tiffin has made that are like this in the past. So I don't see this as like a huge deviation. What's that say? If you smell propane, you might die. So you get the storage. I mean, I would say this is pretty residential quality, if you ask me. The back of that, I don't know. It looks kind of funny. This is heavy. Yeah, so these you can cut on these. I mean, they cover it up, secure it. You've got your storage down here. These pop out on both sides. This can lay down on the table. The pads slide across for the bed. Let's so they kind of separate themselves. Fridge and freezer. I like these hooks right here. Kind of low key and look fairly permanent. LG. More name brand appliances. That's a sweet freezer. Maybe you don't like the compartments. I'm not sure, but it looks cool. Those hooks, handy, low key, kind of stylish. More lights. These will pop off and become like a remote control. It's kind of clever. You know, your cooling, heating. Microwave, convection, because you don't have an oven. I guess I'm just realizing that you don't have an oven. You have a convection microwave. I don't know. I guess it's a red. Sink with your cutting boards. Sink. You can kind of move it. It's not like quite residential quality. It just feels a little like not quite as sturdy. Here is the bathroom. More of this. This kind of rattles around a little bit when you're driving. Nice little hook. Fan. I wouldn't say the engine was overbuilt. This thing drove really well. And I was kind of surprised. My guess is that stuff like this, that isn't granite, like this is kind of cheap. That's just glued on there. It's like super glued or some rubber cement. Like it kind of moves. Like it's not level with the sink, but it's a nice sink. It's not quite as sturdy, but it's like it's not bad. So what you make up for in cheaper materials, not stone, you get back in driving. Toilet with the press button. You get a proper flush button in the back. You'll see in a second. These, yeah, I guess this probably isn't leather. I don't know. You get this Velcro sticking these to the back. It looks like this might fold out. Maybe not. This pops up so you can put your feet up. So that's just like the back of a couch cushion. I don't know. I guess I know plenty of couches that cushions come off. Put all these down. Yeah, so for the diesel on the Freightliner chassis, gotta think Freightliner knows what they're doing. Usually the trouble with these things isn't the chassis. It's the house on the chassis. Not a ton of storage options, like if you've got multiple cups and stuff, you get something down there for like a billfold or records or whatever. Yeah, so let's check out the bedroom. These doors. Not bad. Usually these people don't take so long to come out. I was kind of hoping they would pop out the slides. You get storage, like plenty of cabinet space. I don't have strong feelings one way or the other about this decoration. You get the USB so you plug your phone in at night. Everybody likes that. TV in the bedroom. 2 TVs on the inside, 1 and 2. Traditionally, there's a third, but not so. And then you get the one on the outer wall of the RV on the outside for tailgating and whatnot. Watching television in the outdoors. These mattresses, 10-cell memory foam type material. I like them. plug there, and plug there. And this again turns out all the lights. You get these reading lights and those reading lights. I love this mirror here. Woo! Hello there. So, plenty of storage and pillows. This little bay. More storage. You can hang dresses and suits up there. Here's your flush toilet. There we are. It's working apparently. Engine is below there. More storage. A hefty amount of storage. Okay. Whoa, that's messed up, but I don't know how. Alright, so they're both like that. Not gonna mess with them. That pulls out. That is like all your toiletries. Kind of clever. Like what you would get behind a mirror, except you've got this. This slides. And like the Allegro bus, behind the slide you get a washer and dryer. Another thing that means this engine is not overbuilt. All that extra weight. Also the extra storage. So, I don't know, it's sort of what I say, like there's always pros and cons. And like, do you want more weight? Do you want more things? Do you want to tow better? Do you want to drive better? What experience do you value? I guess more stuff is usually valued. But there are pros and cons to everything, right? This stuff is not quite residential, like solid you would expect, but like that kind of wiggles. This isn't super solid either, but sturdy enough. That is also not solid. This is. So, this is the 2022 Tiffin Allegro Red. And tell me what you think. I will get the price point, put it up.